Okay, opening up episode number 6 with the railway time lapse. Finally able to get my base and the squid farm connected. So just here we go really quickly, connecting that point A with point B. Now, if you look, you'll notice there's a polished diorite floor, the chiseled stone brick along the wall, and this runs the entire length from my base to the squid farm. It's lit up. There's no water in the way, the glass is in place, and there's a reason. What wound up happening was the sound was just absolutely awful. The quality had gone from bad to this isn't even rateable as quality anymore. And my advice to anybody who's doing any degree of recording is not just to sit there and fiddle with settings or move the microphone closer or anything like that. My advice is to check the cables. Went out to Office Depot real quick and bought a new USB cable for this microphone, one of them Yeti Blue people. Leaps better. Also, bonus tip, if your microphone has a gain on it, turn that all the way down. Gain is just what kind of picks up all the stuff in the background. You don't want that. Turn that all. And I just played that part back. Still a little fuzzy in spots, but that's probably just due to where I have the microphone. Whereas before, the sound was just an absolute atrocity. So, here we are. Construction just about done. Now we need to work our way on up. And as I'm ascending the stairwell here, things are about to get very, very interesting. And by interesting, we mean welcome to Bug Rock. You are seeing that correctly. I have the rail lined up with the rail, lined up perfectly. Right up the stairs, not connecting. I'm like, okay, so here I am just taking a step back. Maybe I missed something. No problem. Let's just take these out and line them up, get them back in place. Once again, no. I was going out of my mind at this point because I'm staring directly at something that I know I have lined up correctly, and Bedrock is doing what it does best. Working when it wants, not working when it doesn't want. Even if you look, I swapped the powered rail and the regular rail. Maybe that was an issue. The only thing I can think of is, for whatever reason, if you look at the X coordinate, it's 368. That's divisible by 16. So all I can see is that when heading up the stairs, sometimes, but not always, kind of, sort of, maybe, if you're on a chunk, the rail won't extend all the way up when there's a powered rail involved. Now, what I could have done was stopped everything, fanned out in another direction, moved all the redstone blocks, but let's face facts. I know there's the bug, I know there's the problem, I need to get it fixed. In terms of getting up to the base. I'm not super concerned with why it didn't work. The point is that it didn't work. And I was on a chunk border that I'm well convinced was the culprit. But one of these days, maybe I'll redo one of these, or I'll go into a test world or something to figure it out. But right now, I just wanted to get from base A to base B and call it a day, which is what I've done. Also, inside of my base, as you can see, passed over on that side there, we've got ourselves an AFK fish farm. I got that design from Silent, who I don't know where he got it from. That's the one thing about YouTube tutorials that I'm finding more and more, is that someone got it from someone, got it from someone, got it from someone. It's very difficult to figure out who originated these. At least with some YouTubers, I find that credit is given. In other cases, it isn't. Really kind of obnoxiously hit or... miss. And speaking of obnoxious, down I go and back up I go. Let's put this little slab over here. Perfect. Now I've got a window in the bedroom in the other base. And what you didn't see off camera was the first track, or the first set of tracks that were leading up to here, I took out because obviously I can't use them because of the bug, which again, I'm 100% convinced is because of where the chunk aligned or didn't align or landed or set or whatever. But with that, here we go. Test ride on the way down from the AFK squid farm base thing all the way to the main base. Here we go. Welcome to 3 days later. Too bad I don't have the little SpongeBob card that pops up for that, right? So what I had decided to do was film a bit and then get ready to do the narration again. Ran into a slight problem, and that was I have absolutely no idea what order all of the footage I shot was in. Couple that with the fact that it was a bit laggy, and that was an absolute recipe for disaster. This wall belongs here. Right? Yeah. So, what we're going to be doing in a moment is going over every little thing that I've done, every little update that I've had, and having a slime line on my head. Let me swing around here, take care of that really quickly. What I've been doing is digging out the sides of the chunk. As you know, when you set up a slime farm to be AFK, what you need to do is have this carved out by 3, and the same on that side, 3 deep. Then you put the iron golems in the walls, the slime are retracted, and the slime jump off. The thing is, if I have it dead center and a slime spawns in the middle chunk, it's not going to see it. So there'll also be iron golems around this wall and iron golems along this wall. And that's basically what I've been working on, going 1, 2, 3 deep. Again, let me just patch that up there. Little by little, I will also be going inside the walls, merely because I have to worry about the caves and whatnot and other entities spawning. Other things that you've missed while I've been offline, or while I was online and filming and now not keeping what I filmed. I've worked on 2 or 3 different ways to get this mined out. And what I found is that even a haste 1 beacon isn't the greatest thing in the world. You have to have efficiency on the pickaxe. I have efficiency 2. I ran over to where the sheep were, killed most of the sheep, started breeding cows, made a bunch of books, expanded my roof. I'll show you all that in a minute. And that part is going to be where the enchanting setup is going to go. And when the enchanting table or the enchanting setup is there, we'll be able to see, ooh, more slime, able to get greater things for this pick. I'm hoping efficiency 5 is in my future. I did some AFK fishing just to try to get efficiency at least 4 as a book, or efficiency 3, no go there. Literally, it's been a solid 48 hours of the entire Minecraft world working against me, with the exception of decent trades. Turned a bunch of lapis, for example, into blue dye to get more emeralds. Traded the last remaining wool that I had. Traded all of this dang flint that's just taking up space in my inventory. And as a result of all of that, was able to get the 34 diamonds that are required to build a 2-tiered beacon. Turns out that 2 tiers versus 1 doesn't really make a whole heck of a lot of difference when you're digging out a chunk like this. It's really just the 5-tiered one that gives you this haste 2 that I really am going to need, but you're going from 34 to, you know, a lot. I don't have the exact number in front of me, or do I? Yes, I do. 164. I would need 164 ore blocks in order to pull off the 4-tiered one. Nah, it's raining slime. In order to pull off the Haste 2 beacon, which would be absolutely amazing if I had, but I do not. We're haste 1, but between haste 1 and efficiency 2 on this pick, this dig here has actually been about as quick going the full 3 chunks across as it was doing just a single chunk down across over there. Because remember, that's only 16 blocks. This length is 48. So every little bit of help counts. So I'm going to finish all of this side up down to the bedrock, and then come right back and show you all of the other little changes we've had to the world to date. Okay. Back up and over here. So to go back to the earlier point, a 3x3 base for a beacon, 1 tier, requires 9 iron or gold or emerald. My preference is to just use emerald because I need everything else for everything else. So over here in our trading hall currently, it's kind of loud now. Oops. It's kind of loud now. Up we go. I have access to white wool, blue dye, paper, book, ink sac, wheat, pumpkin, melon, coal, flint, sticks, string, feather, and trip hooks to be traded for emeralds. You saw the 34 from before. Let's see if these guys filled everything up. Oh, he's back. I hate those level 4 trades. There's like never anything to them. Let's see here. Paper, I've only got 10 pieces of paper, so that's not going to happen. 7 wheat, so not enough for you. 6 coal, I've got 3, that's not going to work. I'm not going to trade my iron. It's too useful for other stuff. Okay, now moving on to you. Flint. Trade that as far down as I can. That's the game there. Let's see here for you. You need 15 flint. I have 4. 23 sticks. I don't have any. 5 string. I have 2. 15 feathers. I have 8. Currently bereft of trip hooks. So looks like that's everything there. So now let's head on back. Get a little experience while we're at it. It's a good thing I didn't need that experience for all of my tools for mending, because I used the little XP bank that I built in the slime chunk. If you'll recall, I have the stone that's being smelted there, or the cobblestone that's being smelted there, with the stacks and stacks of coal that I found. That's been quite instrumental in making sure the slime don't completely wear down my sword, and that my pickaxe doesn't get worn down by all of the work that it's doing, which has been, certainly a little better for me now that I was able to at least get efficiency 2 on it. Before that, it was just dragging. So there's my extension. That's going to be where all of the enchanting is done. I had to find a good use for my netherrack. I had accumulated dang near a double chest of this stuff, so I just started smelting it down. The change in the floor color is because a creeper got up here. It's what I get for not lighting my builds. You'll hear me say that a lot. So up here, it's not quite a complete setup. Got the black frosting in the glass. A little bit of lapis. Don't have any more lapis for you for now. And the grindstone, of course, if I have to recycle the what with the enchantments, if I get something I don't like, I'll be able to just immediately undo it. I've seen a lot of YouTubers who have their grindstone in a different part of their base, and they wind up just running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I don't think that makes much sense. Wherever you put your enchanting table, you should have a crafting table and a grindstone. Pretty just basically be a reflex. It'll make your life a ton easier. So here are all the berry bushes, and I think I pointed this out earlier. I'm not sure if that recording actually kept, but this is where all of the sheep were. I've kept some of the sheep. Or there's one. Where'd the other one go? So there are the other sheep. I have to rebreed those because obviously I have the white wool that I can trade with my shepherd, but I've been breeding all of the cows up. In breeding all the cows up, I'm able to get all of the leather that I need for the books to complete the enchanting setup. So that's basically where we've been at to this point. We've got our field for our cows, the extension to the base with the campfire roof, and that's basically it for now. Looking forward to seeing where we take all of this, and looking forward to seeing all of that with you all later.